Morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever the time is where you are. Do come on and join me. My name is Melanie Wellard, and I'm going to be talking to you today about what you might need to change. So do come on and say where you're calling from. That would be great. Ah, interesting. Facebook keeps messing things around. Now I've got my comments back on the left again, which is strange, so I can see. Okay, let's turn that down. Right, well, as I say, my name is Melanie Wellard. I am a psychic medium. I am a healer. I'm a newly qualified celebrant. I can do marriages and funerals. I can do many things. And what I always do when I start is I like to do a group reading as if I have invited you all into a workshop. Okay, so I will be looking at something which is going to be relevant to all of us, see what the energies are like for the group. And I was very guided this morning to talk about what it is we all might need to look at changing. Okay, now we are in a time of constant change, so hey, this is spirit wanting us to be even more into change. Oh, there we go, interchange, interchangeable, being interchange. So be into it. We can be interchangeable within different things in our world, in our lives. So I'm going to see what the messages are for all of us today. If you want to look me up, I'm on melaniewellard.co.uk. You can see all the different things that I do. And that's what I'm about. I help people go through transformational change, okay? Giving a short reading like this just highlights something, and often is usually just asking you to look at your life and to make change. But the reading in itself can't change you. You have to then take action. So it's what you do with that information that is important, okay? So hi from everybody who's coming on. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Judith. Hi, Lisa. Right, let's see. This is for all of us, okay? So you can come back and listen to this later, but I want to see what the energy is for all of us. So these are normally quite deep. Do you think that when I'm talking about change, we're not talking about, it can be fundamental change, but this isn't because something's wrong with us, okay? It's really what I'm always guided with is that we are in a world of change. So it is the only certainty there is. And other than that, we're born and then we die at some point. And that change is going to happen. So the more we can get comfortable with it and see that life is constantly changing, but it doesn't mean that something's wrong. It just means that it might be time to evolve. It might be time to let go of something that you no longer need, a way of behaving that you no longer need, an attitude that you no longer need. So, and we've got the full moon in Scorpio coming up on the 27th, 28th. Okay, so deep full moon, very much a time for letting go of what no longer serves us. So let's have a look at what we all need to look at. Okay. Right, but this is interesting. Feels like this is the thing that we're all needing. I've pulled here Archangel Sandalphon. Okay. Very, very beautiful feminine energy coming in here. And I feel I've also got here connection and attunement. All right. So what I'm very much getting through here is there is a need for us all to be much more open to our spirituality, the answers within. There is acknowledging that there is that help for you available, if only you would be open to it. but that we are responsible for making that connection. Okay, there is always help available, but it's whether we're asking for help. All right, whether we are open to help is very, very important. All right. And boundaries. Okay, setting them daily. All right, deciding that this feels like time to tune within, time to connect more with spirit, with divine, with your God, however you refer to it. But this feels like setting more boundaries to what's on the outside world. So this feels like, what do you need to block out? What do you need to just take time out from? All right. In order to connect, we often put our spiritual life last on the list, don't we? And whether that is just taking time to take a walk out in nature, to meditate, to do some yoga, to pray, to whatever it is, to look at your spiritual self, which for me is where it all starts. Pain starts in the soul, as far as I've always been shown that when I'm doing healing, that our pain, it starts in the soul, it then gravitates out into the other bodies, which is either going to come out in our mental, emotional, and finally usually our physical. All right. But we only seem to address the physical a lot of the time. Okay. So I'm also just going to pull a Magdalene card, Mary Magdalene. It feels a very spiritual energy today. So I do feel there is a real need for us all to connect in more. Okay. Pulling away a bit maybe from the chaos of the world at the moment. All right. So let's have a look. Yeah. Okay. Biggie. We're not talking about change. We're talking about transformation. And that's what as I say, that's what I do. That's what I help people do. Are you ready for transformative change in your life? Because if you are, it doesn't just happen. You are very much a part of that. You need to be a part of that, and you need to take significant action. But it doesn't mean you have to be alone in doing that. Okay. And that's what I do in working with my clients. Is we might start with a reading to look at what actually needs looking at, what needs to change, if anything, looking at the goals that you want to achieve. And then it's a journey that doesn't just happen overnight, and it's where you go with that. So let's just see what thank you, Beck. Where is it you normally come from? The UK? Somewhere in the UK? Do you not live there anymore? Okay, so I'm now going to look at just what's a affirmative message. How can we take action to connect more with spirit to bring about transformative change? So I feel that's the message for all of us, that the answer lies in that connection to our spiritual self, to our soul. Okay, we might be trying to make change on superficial level, but we just pull transformation as well. So I'm feeling this is all quite deep today. All right, it's how do we make transformative change? I know I've been going through lots and lots of changes. The message is for all of us, this is an affirmative message of how we can take action. Stop wanting more, for you lack nothing. You have everything you need to get what you dream of. Relax, breathe, be alert, and prepare to receive when the timing is right. Okay, so maybe that's the start of it. Stop wanting more. All right, looking at where we are at the moment. And maybe that is the transformative change, is to stop always wanting something else, something else. And I'm feeling that is always looking for outside things that are going to make us happy. All right. So I hope that helps for the group reading. So let's see. Hi, Beck. Okay, I'm going to start with you, Beck. Wood. Oh, Hertfordshire. Lovely. Beautiful place. That's where my mum was born. So, okay, Beck, I'm going to link in with you. Okay, let's see which, I have about 20 odd packs of cards here, okay, but I do link in with Spirit first and see where they take me and see which ones need to come up for you. Okay. Right, Beck, what I'm immediately picking up here is quite confused energy with you. And it's like there's a sadness in you, but it's like you feel sad and then someone comes in and you look up and um, it just feels like you then put the smile on your face and it's like, I'm okay, I'm all right, and then there's still this deep sadness inside of you. Okay. If that makes sense. I'm going to actually use Metatron pack with you here because I feel there is something deeply spiritual going on with you. Okay. Right, you've actually pulled the Akashic Records card, Evaluation and Review. So I feel that, okay, the picture I'm getting here, Beck, is that it's time for you to, it's funny, I just did a video this morning that I do, Mel's Mindful Musings, that go on do go and join my profile. Just follow me there, Melanie Wellard. And I just feel that with you, this is the whole energy. It's this transformational energy that's going on at the moment. But I was talking about as we reach a point in our life, sometimes it's really, really beneficial to, and this is what I feel is relevant for you, is looking back. Now, this isn't about sitting in the past, okay? This is about reviewing. So it's like, how have I got to where I am now? It's looking quite an emotional way and going, wow, if I hadn't done that, then that wouldn't have happened. And if that hadn't happened, and even if that meant heartbreak, if I hadn't been through that heartbreak, that wouldn't have propelled me to do such and such. Okay, does that make sense? It feels like you need to be doing a review to be able to reach a point of, I feel gratitude for where you are at the moment, because I feel that you're thinking that things aren't so good, but I feel this could help you. All right, I'm just going to see where the blocks are, because it's like you're ready now for another big change coming up, but it's like you need to review your journey to date so you can put that to bed. I find it very useful to journal to do these things, if that makes sense. Right, I'm just going to, okay, that flew out. Surrender to the magic of who you are. All right, so I feel that part of this is what I mean. I feel that there's dissatisfaction with you at the moment and quite sort of, I don't want to say real deep unhappiness, but sadness, I feel. But I just feel that's what you need to be doing. Because I just feel here, I just feel here that the reviewing of your past will allow you to see how far you've come. Okay, that's what I feel is really relevant for you at the moment. Because in acknowledging that, it's almost like you're focusing on the negative a bit of what's gone wrong. Whereas if you can see everything, go and watch the video I did recorded this morning on my profile on Facebook. Because it's just saying just that, is that doesn't matter how much time has elapsed, you're still on that journey towards where you want to get to. And I just feel it's like you need to be putting to bed some of the things you think were negative turns of events, and they can seem very sad and unhappy and heartbreaking. But if we see everything as an experience rather than labeling it dark and light or good and bad, then we can always see the lesson in it, and we can see where we've come. So for the moment, you see, you've even got here, surrender to non-action. All right, so this is a time for review for you. This isn't a time for rushing forward. All right. You've also got here surrender denial. So this feels like it's time to let go of the denial of what it is you're not looking at. So this is definitely a time for looking and lifting the lid and being honest with yourself. All right. Not about being critical. This is about as if you were reviewing a project at work or something where you're just saying, okay, what's got us to where we are now? All right. So just, I hope that helps. I'm just seeing. Right, okay, I'm going to use, as we're coming up to the full moon, I'm going to use the moon cards here. Right, okay. So what's interesting here is you just got the non-action card, okay? Put it away now. And then it's like after this process, after you can accept and see that everything has been for a reason, then you've got the action card. Then it's time to look, dance under the full moon. It's then time to, so use this full moon period in the next few days to maybe, Beck, to actually look at your process. What brought you to where you are? What have you learnt? What is it you wouldn't repeat? What is it you think you need to do more of? What is it you think would be your next steps? And then you're ready to move forward. Does that make sense? Rather than just sort of keep pushing forward. This feels like this would really be good for you now. Okay. And then it's like all systems go, but you've got to put that to bed first. All right, if that makes sense. Yeah, okay, see, this keeps coming up this morning, okay? Very, very spiritual energy. Well, always is when I'm working, but trust the divine plan, all right? It's looking back and seeing what the divine plan was, all right? And you play a part in that. Because as I was saying in my video this morning, is nothing is ever wasted. We can say it is, but it isn't in reality, okay? It's seeing that everything has meaning, everything has a purpose, and everything has a lesson in it. We can pull out that little, even if it's a tiny lesson, and say, right, you know, I learned this, even if it's what to learn what you won't do again. All right, that's a lesson, and therefore it gives it meaning, and then you can let it go. But if we don't see the meaning, we can then hang on to it for the wrong reasons, full of resentment and bitterness. And holding grudges. And do you know what that does? I'm being given a picture. When I take my dog out, she sits, my little dog sits in the front of the car, and I have a little lead. I click to her that's attached like a seatbelt. That's what holding grudges does. That's what holding resentment does. It locks us in and we cannot move forward, okay? Because it might feel like we're moving forward, but our mind is still in the past. All right, so that feels like quite a deep process for you. All right. Sorry, I'm still with you back here. And I've got here igniting courage. All right. So it is going to take courage to do this. And then another, this is a forward movement card. And that's what's going to happen. It's like it frees you up to move forward, free of all that baggage. Okay. So the full moon is a wonderful time for letting go. We can write it out. What I do is I always then take it outside to the fire pit and I write it all down and I release it to the full moon. Okay. I hope that helps, Beck. Okay. As I say, when I work one-to-one with someone, I go into a lot of depth, and then we can really look at what needs to change and then help make that change as we go onwards. So if you all love to join me, do follow me on my Facebook profile, Melanie Wellard. I think it's Melanie Wellard 7. And I do little inspirational videos, Mel's Mindful Musings. Or you can see me on YouTube, same thing, or Instagram, or Melanie Wellard, find me there. So, okay. So, as I say, this is today about deep transformational change we're looking for. Okay. So, let's see who else we got. Colette Coffrey. Let's see what we've got for you. I'm going to use these ones. Okay. So for those of you just coming on, I did do a group reading right at the beginning. I always see this as, I always ask Spirit to bring to me those that resonate the most with me, whether that's 1 or 50. Okay, it's you're here, you're meant to be here. Nothing is an accident. Synchronistic. So I see it very much as a workshop. You're coming here. So do listen to other people's readings as well, as I always say, because Spirit guide me to somebody, but the message is often a broader message for everyone else as well when I'm doing the group stuff, okay? Not when if I was doing a one-to-one with you, but often the messages can be relevant for everybody, okay? So just be open to hearing that, okay? Right, Colette. Okay, right. Well, that says it all. You've got a wake-up call coming here. And I've got begin to explore. So I'm just going to link in with that. I'm sort of getting it, the wake-ups, it's similar to before. The wake-up call is you again need to really be looking at where you are in your life at the moment, okay? You need to be exploring again how you got to where you are. All right, this is a similar message, and it just, I feel stuck with you, okay? But you're not really stuck, all right? You've just been pulled up a bit, all right? Because it's almost like you can't just keep trundling forward. The wake-up call is just saying, stop, look, listen. You know how you would to, if you think I'm being shown here like a child who's maybe running near the water and you go, no, stop. If you run further into that, you're going to fall in the water, or don't run in the road. Don't. So I'm feeling spirit is sort of saying to you here, wake up call, just stop a minute, look at what you're doing. Okay. Right, let me see what I got here. These ones for you. I just want to look into this a bit deeper. I won't ever discuss really personal things on a group reading. Okay, but okay, yeah. So with that wake up call, you've got honesty, being honest with yourself. Okay, we can lie to ourselves, can't we? We can just keep pretending that something isn't happening, that it's not. If I just, bury my head. Okay, that might call for some honesty with others eventually, but this feels like you've got to be honest to yourself first. Okay. And then you've got here, look, surrender to joy, about letting joy into your life. Because it's almost like where you're stuck, it's like you're keeping happiness from yourself. Okay. I do feel I'm being shown you're going round and round in circles, just overthinking, same thing. You just not need to let it go. All right. Yeah, I feel there's quite a complicated situation going on in here. So I'm just going to get, I'm using these cards, which are, the answer is simple cards, okay, because I'm feeling here, we want to uncomplicate your situation and just look at it in a more simpler fashion. Okay, then it is looking forward to where you're going. All right, I feel you're stuck in the past. I feel you're stuck where you are at the moment. You just feel like you can't move forward. So it's like unraveling what's going on at the moment, being honest with yourself of what needs to change, and then start to plan your way forward. Okay. So it's about in letting that joy in. You've also got here, raise your vibration. So it feels like in order to look at it differently, it feels like you're letting things drag you down. So I'm getting here that if you can just start to see things differently, allow that joy in. Do that by starting to, there's many ways you can do it. Look at what you have got to be grateful about. What are some tiny things that bring you joy? I went up this morning to watch the sun come up, and that lifted me out of having had a rough night, and just raises my vibration enough to allow me to be strong and connected. And I just do my connecting in with spirit, and then that allows me to come into full flow with you here. So I hope that helps. I'm just going to pull you an affirmation card, Colette. Yeah. So in looking forward, how's that? This whole session is about transformational change. If you were here for the group reading at the beginning, I have the power to make change. There's your affirmation. I have the power to make change. All right. So I understand it's not always easy. As I say, that's where I work with clients on a process basis to help bring about the change. The reading can only just highlight where it is you might need to make change, but then the process starts. Okay, so I hope that helped. Arlene Taylor. Okay, Arlene, let's just link in with you. Right, I'm really being drawn, Arlene, to use the unicorn cards for you. I feel that would you understand if I say you need to be doing some inner child work here? I'm being taken to you as a small girl. Okay, I'm not going to go into very intimate detail on here, okay, but I see very wounded little girl. All right. And this feels as well that there could be a need to go back. Seems to be a theme this morning in going back in order to find the answers, in order to allow yourself to move forward. Okay. It's like I'm being shown you've been dragging this bag of boulders with you, all right, through life, if that makes sense. And it's time to unhook it and let it go. I don't feel this needs to necessarily be a large process, but I do feel there is forgiveness that needs to be looked at here. All right. Do remember when we talk about forgiveness, forgiveness is not condoning behavior, but by not forgiving, we keep ourselves paralyzed. We keep ourselves locked to the side, okay, or to the past. Okay. If we get any spammers, just please ignore them. Just keep your attention here. Okay. Right, okay. Am I still with you? Okay. Right, Arlene, let's see what's going on here. Sorry about that. There was just stuff coming up in the feed. So just ignore it. Remember, people who jump on other people's work are just trying to act as a distraction. And so just ignore it. Right. Okay. This is a lovely one. Just be yourself. All right. So I feel that there is a real self-esteem issue going on here, Arlene. And I'm just going to look at where those blocks might be. And it's interesting that the picture on here is a child. And it feels like, yeah, it just feels like there's some forgiveness that's really needed. I'm trying to keep this as broad as possible. I don't want to get too detailed with people's personal information. Okay, so what's interesting here is I've also got surrender to creativity and surrender to effortlessness. All right, so it feels like what appears to be really, really challenging in your life right now, I'm feeling the answer is quite straightforward. Okay, it does feel that you need to let go of this baggage that you're dragging along. Be proud to be you. All right, just be yourself. I just feel like it just says, just be proud to be you. There is so many people around you who really love what you give out into the world. But I'm also being drawn to the creativity card here. And it just feels that you need to be connecting more to what can you create in the world? I just feel you're being a bit down on yourself. But again, I just feel that you just got a little bit stuck. So sometimes we need to do something quite radical, but I just feel you have many skills, all right? And I just feel that whole creative energy can be anything. Sometimes we just need to raise our vibe a bit by whether that's dancing or singing. We don't have to be good at it. People always say they're not creative, but there are so many creative pursuits. It can just be writing our words down in a journal. It's about getting into the right side of the brain. It can just be humming along to something. It can just be writing a poem, writing a letter, sending some nice words to somebody else. It's all creativity, okay? Cooking. I just feel you need to be getting, it's this, I'm being drawn very much to your sacral chakra that's a bit blocked. And that in turn is then blocking your solar plexus and your ability to stand in your power, okay? Yeah, okay, we pulled this earlier. You need to set your boundaries, all right? So again, when I was talking about forgiveness, it's about also just deciding what you're going to allow into your life, okay? Who you're going to allow into your life. You're the only one that can set those boundaries of saying no rather than just yes to everything, all right? Just feel that you need to be a bit stronger with that. Here's a lovely one to then finish off. You've got the awakening card, okay? And I feel that this is a process of what's going on with you, that you are going through change and it feels uncomfortable. And it says here, I am joyously awake and aware and ready for anything. So it feels like that need to bring in some of that positivity, releasing the past and then starting to plan your way forward. Does that make sense? I hope that helped a bit, Arlene. Juliana J. Juliana, okay, Juliana, let's see what I'm just going to. Okay, Juliana. Talk to using these. Juliana. Are you moving? I've got moving on from something, Juliana, with you. Okay, let me just link in with that. I've got an ending and a new beginning, all right, with you, of a major part of your life. Big change. It's like you've been going through the transformational change we've been talking about. Okay, yeah. That beautiful color. You've got the healing card. Okay. And this is what I feel is that is sort of part of the change that's been going on is it feels to me that you have been doing some healing from the past and you are moving on. I see a new path ahead of you, and you're ready. It's like you've, in a way, you've done what I'm talking to others about doing, and yeah, it's interesting. I've got the youth card here, and it feels to me that you feel better, you feel brighter, you feel unburdened. And if this isn't something that you've done, it feels like you're in the process of getting to the end of this with. And I just see this new path ahead of you, and it's like, I'm ready, and you feel jaunty and ready to take on the world. Okay. If this isn't where you're at the moment, it will be soon. Okay. Because I've also got for you here, face your shadow. And I feel this has been part of the healing you've been going through. It's looking at your shadow side. It feels like you've been, again, if you're not through it yet, you're going through it. It's being brave enough to actually look at your shadow side. Okay, yeah. And then you've got the peace card. Okay, so and this feels like this is where you're at now, or where you're heading to, is to reach that beautiful point of peace. All right. So good luck with that. It's all looking Really good. All right, for you. Oh, there's another one they want. Okay, okay. Well, as if we didn't, we just needed it. Um, there you go. Renewing your life. So it's the same message again. All right, you've got rid of all the clutter. You've actually got rid of it all. And I feel that you're now onto that new path. All right, so that's beautiful. So if you, I mean, radiant vitality is filling my life is a lovely affirmation. So if you're feeling, have you done the right thing? Then yes, you have. And now you're heading off down the yellow brick road. I'm being shown sort of like whistling, and you're off to a new start. All right, I hope that helped. Okay. Robin, I can't see that, sorry. Robin Woolwich, is that how I pronounce it correctly? Okay, Robin, let's see what's going on for you. Oh, okay, we're going to use these. Robin, okay. Right, Robin, what I've got with you here is it's like you're in a corridor and there's just doors all around you, and you really don't know um which way to go at the moment, which door to take. Um I just see it just feels like, you know, the lights aren't on, you just feel stuck. And slightly fearful I'm picking up here, okay? But it's almost like you're just not choosing a door. So what I'm picking up here is you are also partly responsible for keeping yourself stuck. Okay, so you need to just choose a door. It's almost like take any action to help you move forward. It's there are no mistakes. It's just do something. Okay, but sometimes we get stuck in indecision, and then that makes us feel more stuck. Whereas if we just pick something up and run with it, it might change later on, but we have at least we've oiled the machine, we've started things moving. Does that make sense? um, yeah. So with you again, you see I've got the block is actually in your solar plexus chakra. All right, so this is about making the decision, standing in your power, um, owning your power. All right, and just saying I can do this. All right, and remember, when you see a confident person, or what you think is a confident person, it doesn't mean they don't have doubts. It doesn't mean they aren't scared that they might be making the wrong decision, but the key is that they just move forward. They actually do something. So it's almost like just choose any door to go through. All right, do something, because it's standing in your power. Grab any opportunity, just get movement, because you've actually got new beginnings. All right. So I do feel that, but you're stopping it. All right. So I do feel that it's there for you. Um, but it's almost like you're just stuck in indecision. Okay. I mean, look, you've even got fulfillment of wishes. All right. So it just feels like you're the one that's keeping you stuck, just through the energy is all there to propel you forward. But it's you that's just, I don't know which way to go. I don't know which decision to make. Just make any decision and you can't go wrong. All right. It is just a case of just moving yourself forward. um yeah, because that's where I just, you've got make no judgments here, and I just feel that that's what's that's getting you stuck. Is it's like that, you know, I could fail, or oh, that could be the wrong one, or what are people going to say, or, and you're just going round and round, and I don't want to go through that door because that might not be the right one. So I'm just going to just give you a moon card here, because as we are what to do with the energy of the full moon, a couple of days. Well, that's interesting because they're calling it a supermoon, and you've got the supermoon card. It's attraction. So you've got such positive cards here, Robin. Um, it's almost like there is no reason for you to be stuck. All right. You have got to get into that power in your solar plexus. Just say, I can do it. All right, even if you don't quite believe it to start with, all the signs here are, it's like spirit going, hey, why are you not moving forward? It's almost like, I would say that you're more fearful of your success than you are of failure, okay? Because I'm being shown that it's like all the planets are aligning for you to move forward, but you've got to take some action, okay? Look at this, lovely, just at the looking deeper. I love that. Deep within me is a majestic resonant radiance, sorry. So it just feels like, maybe asking yourself, what is it within me that's scaring me to move forward? Because I feel that you've got all the tools, all the abilities, everything there, and then you're the one and I'm just being shown doors all around you, and you're not taking a door. All right, so you maybe need to look at that one. So as I say, these are about what's going on very deeply with us. And sometimes the answer is quite simple. It seems like it's challenging, but just take the plunge. All right, I hope that helped. Okay, where am I drawn now? As I say, do listen to other people's readings, because when I do these group sessions, it very much is spirits say that there could be relevance to everybody. Okay. Where are you taking me now? Trisha Vandermark. Trisha. Hi, Trisha. Okay, let's see what's going on with you, Trisha. Right, I'm being drawn to use the goddess cards with you, Trisha. Let's see your energy. I feel a lovely flowing energy with you, Trisha. I feel a very spiritual soul with you. Now, I don't know whether this is you or Spirit are just showing me someone very flowing dresses with long hair. Okay, so I don't know if this is someone coming through from Spirit. Just feels very goddess energy with you. Okay, very sense of freedom, one with the earth. Okay, I get a very earthy energy with you, which is lovely. Okay, so I'm going to use goddess cards with you. Okay, this beautiful goddess card, Sedna. Okay, and it's about its infinite supply. So it feels to me here. Okay, I'm just going to pull another one because I feel there's a story here. Okay, because you've also then got Sekhmet. Okay, so be strong. So I feel with the two of them together, I feel that what I'm getting is you are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. It's about try not to be concerned about what's coming next. All right, I just feel you feel that the earth is a bit unsettled beneath your feet at the moment. Okay, but I want to say stay strong. All right, you are on the right track, and it's just trusting. I just feel a real sense of trust in the universe. Okay, that all your needs are going to be met. All right, and with both of these, I've got, there's everything is going to work out. So it's just like you're getting a bit of a wobble. I feel, it's just, oh, is this all feeling a bit, is it going to happen? Is it going to work? All right. So that's interesting though, because you've also got surrender to setting limits. All right. So similar to what came up with the setting the boundaries. I don't know. I just feel you're letting people drain your energy. You're putting your energy into the wrong directions, and just feeling a bit drained by it, or you're letting other people's negativity drag you down. If you can bring your energy back in, then you feel strong again. But I just feel it's dissipating. I feel that there's someone around you who can be a bit of a drain. Right. I also want to use the Magdalene cards with you. Okay, lovely. How beautiful. Serendipity. So really do just link in that everything is playing out how it should. Just disconnect from where you feel your energies are being drained. Bring yourself back to center, all right, because everything is happening as it's meant to. All right. Feel you're creating something new. All right. You're waiting on feels like you're waiting on a decision. And just trust, it's back to that. Be patient. There's a process going on here. Right. Okay. I've also pulled for you here war and peace and family. Okay. So, yeah, what I'm picking here is it could be family members that are draining you. All right. And I just feel you need to be putting up your boundaries a bit with that. Okay. Maybe they don't agree with what you're doing, where you're going, what your plans are. Please have faith in yourself. I want to say, this is your life. Yeah. Look, looks like the picture behind me, doesn't it? Look. The unexpected. But I feel this is the unexpected in a good way, okay? But you just need to, it's almost like just controlling those distractions. Keep going with where your plans are taking you. And it's all just, it's all good. Please don't let other people, yeah, with that card, I've got hidden treasure. And that's with the unexpected. It feels like, this feels exciting for you if you cannot let those distractions from others drain you. All right. It feels very exciting. Yeah. Okay. Trying all different routes. You've got the hope card. So that's just confirming what I just said. Okay. Keep your eye on the light. Keep focused on where you're going. Don't let others drain that energy away from you. Okay. I hope that helps. Oh, I can see it here now. Okay, what have we got next? There's a couple of you asking, who is this for? I'm sorry, I can't keep repeating the name if you're not there to hear. So you can always go back and review it afterwards to see who the reading was for. Okay, I just need to get on with the reading. So I do apologize if you weren't there to hear the name. Okay, Angela Phillips. Okay, Angela, let's see what's here for you. Right, straight away here, Angela, I've got that you're not thinking too well of yourself. Okay, I feel that the relationship moving forward for a while needs to be your relationship with yourself. Okay, I feel that you need to build up that and not feel that your self-worth is tied up in somebody else, or that you will, like a journey of needing to be whole by yourself, and then it's like then you're ready to invite in that other person. Yeah, so I'm using the heart cards with you here, the relationship cards, and I've got here seeking the truth, and it feels like you need to pull back the veil. Okay, it's like, who am I? Okay, and I feel that there's a need to really do some reflection work here of what is it I like? Who am I without the labels of my past, of who I think I am? It just feels like, what are my values? What brings me love? Yeah, because you've then got here, you've got giving and receiving and sharing the love, okay? But what I'm feeling here is it's about allowing yourself to receive. And it feels like sharing the love with you. It feels like you give it to everybody else, but you're not very good at bringing it to yourself. Okay. So I've also got observe, and I feel here you need to be looking at all facets of yourself. Okay. Real need to look within, really finding out some answers to who you are. And there's a need here to feel content with yourself, by yourself. And then you're ready to invite the right, you're not inviting somebody into your life through a sense of need, or feeling lonely, or which usually always ends in disaster. It feels like this is a need to look to yourself so that you stand strong by yourself, and then someone comes into your life and it's you walk alongside each other rather than being codependent relationship, if that makes sense. I'm just going to look at main cards for this. Yeah, you've also got here the purity card, and what I'm being given with this is, again, I'm being drawn to the picture of the eyes being covered, and it's like walking blindly into something, and it's about getting to the sacredness of your own heart, the purity of who you are, taking off the blindfolds of what's gone before, to really look at it, to be honest with yourself, and see how you can find your way back to yourself. Does that make sense? I hate giving that message, but it comes up, and that's exactly what I was talking about this morning, is be patient. All right, be patient with yourself. Okay. Life is always a journey, and we always like things to happen quickly and all the rest of it, and spirit are always moaning at me about that and saying that we're always wanting to get to the end of the journey, when actually it is the journey that is life. Okay, because the minute we if it's about meeting someone, the minute we meet someone, well, then we've got to have a relationship with someone, and that could be good or bad or indifferent. So I just feel that it's almost like the relationship has to be with yourself for the moment. Okay, and working with that and bringing yourself to such a space, of love. All right. Let other people see the beauty that's within you as well. I just feel there's it's like you're okay, I'm just being shown hiding your light under a bushel. All right, don't be afraid to shine. And I think that's why there's this relationship you need to find with yourself, of journey to self-acceptance, self-love. And I know these are words that come out from spirit, and they're not easy. Okay, so there you go. There's an affirmation for you to be working on. I have abundance in all areas of my life. You say that daily to yourself many times. I have abundance in all areas of my life. I think we could all do with saying that one, couldn't we? I'll say it again. I have abundance in all areas of my life. Okay. So that it's accepting that we have so much in our life, and that helps us to start see life as, rather than a place of lack and there's something missing, it's saying that I am complete as I am, as my life is at the moment. Then that's how we then start to attract more. We become a magnet for more, because we're not talking about lack. If we keep saying all I can see is what isn't in my life, that's what you attract in, more lack. Okay, but you need to see yourself in a space of abundance first, and that healing first, and that self-love first. Okay, does that make sense? So just a bit more, go with the flow. All right, just allow that lovely journey and have fun with you. Have that marriage with you. All right. Too often we start to split ourselves, and then it's later on down the line we have to rediscover ourselves because we don't know who we are. This feels like this is the time for you to really discover who you are. I hope that helps, Angela. I hope that was okay. Okay. Jen Joy, I think we've spoken before, haven't we? Jen Joy, I'm drawn to you. Okay. Right, what am I going to use? You. I will use the full moon cards. Okay, Jen. Right, I've got here, Jen, extremes and focus. Okay, and what I'm getting from this is, are you pushing too hard? All right. So just feels like, you know, I know it's hard not to when you're trying to move something forward, and I'm seeing you almost just pushing against. So it's just like ease off a bit, all right, and then wait till it's easy. It's almost like wait for the traffic lights to say it's okay to move forward. So it's being focused on it, but it's not about taking your eye off the ball or not being focused, but it's also not forcing it. Does that make sense? So it's feeling into it a bit more to know when to heave forward and when to just take your foot off the gas pedal. I'm being shown like as if you were out driving, okay? You've got to stop at the traffic lights and then you've got to slow down. If you're going to turn a corner, you just can't keep on at high speed all the time. So it just feels to me that use your intuition. Because I'm being told your intuition is very good, but sometimes you're going against your intuition because you're getting into a habit of, I must do this and I should do that. Okay, so it just feels a bit like just ease off a bit, then you'll know when to push forward. Okay, you're doing okay, suffering in silence. I just feel that the worry and the anxiety has been getting on top of you. Okay, so but it's more worrying about will things go wrong, will it work, etc., etc. Okay. Right, I'm just thinking in with this. You've got the sacrifice card, and it I want to say, okay, what I'm getting here is don't be a martyr to your plans, all right? So it's almost like that's what I mean about pushing too hard. It's almost like I've got to do this, I've got to do that. I know exactly where you're coming from with that. I know it's hard not to, but it's okay to take a day off, all right? It's okay to just say today not much is happening, so I need to just, okay, I just need to let that energy flow again or allow this to come to fruition before I push forward again. Because you've also got the sixth chakra, okay? And I just feel again, this is just emphasizing your intuition, you know. So try not let the ego take over to say, I should be doing this, that, and the other. Allow it to just know when to move forward and when not to. All right, does that make sense? Because you're going in the right direction. All right, I don't have any worries about that at all. Um, just keep shining your light. All right, you're going in the right direction. But you can take your foot off the gas pedal. All right. All right. I hope that helped. Oh, I can look here. Okay. Okay. Nicole Rhodes. Nicole. Okay. Right. I'm going to use for you one of the Metatron cards here. Mediumship. Okay. Right. I'm being shown here that you have a very, very good connection with spirit already. Okay. So there is always an element of trust that needed here. Okay. Please don't compare yourself to others. This is your journey. If you start going into, oh, that person seems better than me, you lose. It's like you unplug in order to go and look over there at them. Okay. You about focusing on your own gift and knowing that spirit will work with you in a unique way with you. And that's what you need to shine. Don't try and emulate anyone else. Okay, so this is a bit of a confidence issue. Beautiful. You've actually got creation. You've got the flower of life. I mean, I have a big picture of this on my wall. It's coming into being, all right? It is you creating this with the universe, all right? Just expanding. It's just going off in all directions. I just got a lovely feel with this. I feel that you have a wonderful gift. You're not necessarily believing in yourself enough at the moment. Yeah. If you had any doubt, birthing the new. All right. You are bringing this. You got the creation card and the birthing the new. You are totally on the right path. But I started my training 30 years ago. Okay. So, and as I was saying in my video, as I was saying to everyone, do go and follow me on my Facebook profile, Melanie Wellard. I was just saying I do these little inspirational videos, and I was just saying this morning that everything is a process. Okay, so I feel that you've been building to this for a long time. You've had this gift for a long time. Okay, and now you're taking the next step. So be patient, enjoy the journey. All right, we sometimes lose the essence of the journey because we're so focused on where we're going. All right, so we miss out on where we are now. There you go. Surrender to wonder and awe. So just be in rapture with it. Just be enraptured with it. It's just going to be lovely. You are totally on the right path with this. Okay. So I hope that helped. Oh. Dana CA, is that your name? I hope I've pronounced your surname correctly. Dana CA. Okay. Well, Dana, you have a decision to make. Make a plan. All right. I'm just being told the answer is very simple for you here, so I'm just going to just go with it. Okay. Make a plan. Reach for the stars. Give and forget. I'm just being told there's a story here for you. So you need to be letting go of any resentments you're holding on to. Okay. Be very ambitious in your plans. Okay. Reach for everything that you want. All right. Reach for the best is what I'm getting here. Celebrate you. All right. So I feel I feel that you know the answer, but you're hesitating because you're just scared of the outcome. All right. But I feel you just need to go with it. All right. That's interesting. You've got earth and ground. Okay. So I just feel you're a bit too much in your head. Okay, in making the decision. I feel that you pretty much are 90% there in making your decision, but you're just a bit ungrounded. So I would maybe just take the day, go out for a walk or something and just sit and just get your mind off it. Do something else, do something fun. And then it feels like you'll be more sure. But also, sometimes we can get stuck because we're not making that decision, because we're not actually moving forward. And then we get stuck in the bit between. All right. So I'm just feeling here that, yeah, got here, I'm divinely guided, gently and lovingly, sanctity. I just feel that you know the answer. All right. And I want to say just move forward with it. All right. I'm just getting take a day, but no longer, and then I feel it's time to make the decision. All right. And I just feel moving forward. All right. You've been stuck a bit too long with it. I hope that helps. You have the power, I just need to use it. Yes, you do, Colette. Okay. Okay, Nicole. Nicole. Friend locked you out of her life. Okay. See what's going on here. Right, your friend is suffering quite deep depression. I feel there's something not right. I do feel you also need to be looking to, I do feel that you do sort of know. So there is something to do with something that's been said. Okay. So I also feel that you might need to just look at what's been said. Okay. So somebody's taken something the wrong way, or I feel that something has been said that's quite unkind. And it's just like not willing to hear it. Okay. Got surrender fear here with you. But I also feel that she is afraid. All right. I do feel that there's, I do feel that your friend's not in a good place. Okay. So if you could also maybe look at how she might be feeling. All right. I do feel there's a need for compassion here. I don't feel that she's in a good way. You've also got surrender your need to always be right. Okay. Give others the gift of letting them be right, be yielding, not rigid, and this will help resolve conflicts and improve your relationships. So I do feel there's a need for you to look at also what's gone on with you. Okay. Maybe something you've said or your behavior or attitude or something. And I just feel that, you know, this hasn't happened for no reason. So I do feel there's a need for honesty at looking at what you may have. There's something that's gone on between you that needs compassion and some honesty with yourself. All right, so surrendering your need to always be right. Are you being quite rigid in, well, I was okay, that was all right, it's all her. All right, but I'm feeling that's not the case. All right, there's always two sides to every, because you've also got surrender defensiveness. Okay, so I feel there is also a need to be looking at your own behavior. Defensiveness, it says here, is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out, then offer a clear, non-defensive response. So I do definitely feel there's a need for some honesty here with yourself. All right. And I'll just pull you one more on that. Okay. You've also got here, surrender the habit of people pleasing. All right. So there's also about, you're not here to fix somebody else, all right, and always be giving to others. All right, so I just feel there's a real need to look at the behaviors that have gone on between the two of you. Okay, this isn't about blame. This is about looking at it. Pardon me, just sneezing. This feels like this is about looking at both behaviors. I feel that this is just been building up for a while. Okay. And it's very easy to just say, well, it was all one and not the other. And I don't feel that. So it's interesting that your affirmation, I thought I'd pull you that might help you, is as I learn to love myself, I become powerful. So as I learn to love myself, I become powerful. So I also feel there's a self-esteem issue going on here as well. Okay. So I hope that helped. I feel it's a deeper issue than I can touch on here. I've now come to time. So I just want to pull a card for everyone else who's here of what to focus on for the full moon. The 27th, 28th, a great time for forgiveness, letting go of what no longer we need or serves us in our life. And for all of us, it's taking action on whatever needs to be let go of. Do we need to forgive someone? Then take action. Do we need to let go of something, some attitude, some behavior, somebody, some place, some home, some job? Take action. Move forward with taking action to release what no longer serves your higher self anymore. And with that, I will say goodbye. I'm here now on Saturdays and Wednesdays at 6 o'clock. So I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.